Translation is a type of transformation that describes one way a geometric shape can move on a coordinate plane. The movement can be left, right, up, or down. When you translate a shape, it's like you make an exact copy or image of the shape and then slide the copy to another location. A translated shape has exactly the same shape and size as the original shape. Translation is usually performed by a vector. The top number in the vector represents the horizontal slide parallel to the x-axis. A positive value means we slide to the right, while a negative value means we slide to the left. The bottom number in the vector represents the vertical slide parallel to the y-axis. A positive value means we move up, while a negative value means we move down. Suppose we want to translate or move this triangle to another location on the coordinate plane using the vector t equal 5, 2. To translate this shape, we can use one of two methods. In both methods, we are moving the shape by translating each vertex one at a time. The vector 5, 2 means that each vertex point will move 5 units to the right and then 2 units up. Let's begin with the point P. The point will move 5 units to the right and then 2 units up. Point Q will do the same, 5 units to the right and then 2 units up. Likewise, point R, 5 units to the right, then 2 units up. We connect the points, and there we have our translated shape. Take note of how we label the translated triangle. This is to indicate that it's the image, not the original shape. The other method of performing the translation would be to just simply add the vector t equal 5, 2 to each vertex point. This is summarized by the formula p plus t equal to p image, where p is the original point, t is any vector representing the translation, and p image is the newly translated point. The point P is 1, 1, so adding the vector 5, 2 gives us 6, 3. Point Q is 3, 1. Add 5, 2, we get 8, 3. R is 1, 4. When we add 5, 2, we end up with 6, 6. Notice we get the same image triangle we did when we counted units. To fully describe the transformation that maps the original trapezium labeled as A to the translated trapezium labeled as A image, we need to determine the translation vector t. We can use any one of two methods. In both methods, we need to clearly identify a pair of vertices that corresponds with each other on both shapes. Let's use the vertices located at the bottom right of each shape. Let's call the vertex point in the original shape PB and the point in the translated shape P image. To get from P to P image, we will need to move 4 units to the right, represented as positive 4 in vector, and then 7 units down, represented as -7. Hence, the translation vector that fully describes the transformation is the vector t equal positive 4 and -7. If you repeat the same process with the corresponding vertices at the top right of both shapes, you get the same result. To get from any vertex in the original shape to its corresponding vertex in the translated shape, you will need to move 4 units to the right and then 7 units down. The other method would involve some algebra. Recall that a point P plus the translation vector t is equal to P image. We can transpose for t by subtracting P from both sides. Therefore, t is equal to P image minus P. To calculate t, we can substitute any vertex in the original shape for P, and its corresponding vertex in the translated shape for P image. Let's use the same points located at the bottom right of both shapes. P image has coordinates 1 and -5, while P has coordinates -3 and 2. 1 minus -3 is same as 1 plus 3 because of the double negative. To calculate -5 minus 2, we add and keep the sign to get -7. So the translation vector t that fully describes the transformation is the same as in the previous method. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe See you in the next lesson.